And you're welcome back. What you don't know is I'm just coming off a fight with Mary, but I've got a smile on my face. It's all good. Welcome. Now, today on Health, we begin with Dr. Olatubi Olawale. Now, he's a physiotherapist with specialty in sports medicine and also orthopedics. That's orthopedics rehabilitation. Now, he's here to discuss conditions most common in middle-aged people, osteoarthritis, which reminds me, I think I am middle-aged, and I think I do have such a condition. Yeah. Good morning and welcome, Dr. Wale. Good to have you here.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
I'm glad that Mike isn't here because I want to have this conversation with you because I think this is like I'm not paying for this consultation. So
you pay.
So let's define what osteoarthritis is, first of all. What is it exactly?
Osteoarthritis is a disease of a joint, movable joint most of the time, and it's the most popular, most common kind of arthritis. Okay. We have different kind of arthritis, but osteoarthritis is the most common kind of arthritis that affects a movable joint.
What causes it exactly?
Majorly, there are risk factors for osteoarthritis because we don't know the cause of osteoarthritis, but we have risk factors. One of the risk factors is actually previous injuries to the joint.
Aha.
That's one of the major risk factors, previous injury. Then another risk factor is overweight and obesity.
Okay. So of the two that you've mentioned, I think it might be the first one that's actually the case here with me.
Okay.
Once had a bike injury. I fell off of a bike and then landed on my knee really hard. It was okay after that, but later years I began to feel like, and I think I bent it backwards as well one time. So yeah, ouch. So that's it.
Then we also have another risk factor for osteoarthritis is age. It's age-related.
Yeah.
When you're getting to 45.
Well, what do you say? What do you say? You're calling me old now, huh?
No. No. So you choose either previous injury. You choose either overweight.
I will go with previous injury. Let's not use the age one.
then also osteoarthritis can be genetic actually.
Okay.
And it is more in female than male.
Oh, okay.
So those are the risk factors for osteoarthritis.
Okay, interesting. I've also heard stories and experienced that you will sometimes find that when the weather is cooler, you'd actually experience these pains or joint aches. Is this also something that goes with osteoarthritis, or am I just making that up in my head?
Yes, generally when the weather is cooler, the joints get, there's something we call vasoconstriction of the vessels,
okay.
And the pain gets more. Okay. Most of the time, it's advisable that when the weather is cold, protect your joints with probably socks or a joint support. Then.
Oh, wow. That is very interesting. Now, that's very good. Now, so are there habits or medical resolutions to this condition?
Now, the advocacy we're going to doing about osteoarthritis, because last month was World Physiotherapy Day, and it was talking about osteoarthritis, the role of physiotherapy in osteoarthritis management. And the major thing is about osteoarthritis is exercise, regular exercise, how exercise can prevent osteoarthritis from occurring. Because once you have a previous injury on your knee, majorly the knee is actually the most common joint where osteoarthritis occur because it's actually a weight-bearing joint.
Yeah.
So once you have an issue on your knee, the best thing to do is to exercise. Exercise can prevent the osteoarthritis from occurring, and it can even prevent it from getting worse.
Or can it make it go away? Because I keep hearing you say prevent it from happening, prevent it from getting worse, but once you have it, will it ever go away?
It can be managed. It can be managed, and if it's in the early stage, you can. At this stage, it can go away. When you really exercise, you do the proper exercise you have to do. Okay. Major exercise you have to do to prevent or to make osteoarthritis get relieved is that you strengthen all the muscles around the joint. Oh. For example, if I'm having osteoarthritis on my knee, do strengthening exercises for my quadriceps muscles, my hamstring muscles, all the muscles surrounding the knee joint, so that the weight is reduced on the knee joint.
Okay. So what kind of exercise would that be exactly?
Squatting exercises, strengthening exercises, running, jogging, physical exercises that has to do with low pressure on the joint.
Okay. What kind of exercise would be too much for that condition?
Some people squat with even weight on their hands.
Oh.
So, and some people do a lot of leg presses in the gym. You know, we are putting a lot of pressure.
More pressure on it.
On the knee.
So that's not safe.
It's really not safe. It's really not safe. But regardless, I used to say, before you start any exercise, it's best you consult with a physiotherapy so that they can prescribe a kind of exercise for you to do. And also, exercises actually prevent, because as the joint gets wearing off, there is a possibility for you to do a joint replacement.
Oh, wow.
Surgeon can say it's worn off, you can do a joint replacement.
Wow.
So exercise prevents this from happening. You can actually not have a joint replacement at the long run. So
Okay, so we've been focusing on the knees. What other parts of the body are at risk?
the hands,
Wrists.
the wrists, the hip,
Oh.
ankle.
Joints, generally.
It's a disease of the joint, movable joint. Any joint that's movable, the fingers can have osteoarthritis. So also work-related musculoskeletal disorder, like, okay, if you are let me say a driver, you know,
Hands
a
are always
tanker
cuffed.
driver, it has to do with pressing the
Muscles,
brake,
yeah, and everything.
using the leg every time, or you're a tailor using your leg.
Yeah.
So any joint that has been, you're using the joint very often, you're prone to having this kind of.
So, there are a couple other ailments that I have come across in maybe experienced or had people talk about, especially doctors like you, that sound like similar. I don't know if these are related to arthritis itself. There's Dequer veins, there's carpal tunnel, and these two diseases often are about use or habit. If you constantly use these, you would have these. Are they also considered arthritis as well, or osteoarthritis?
Those are work-related musculoskeletal disorders.
Okay, I'm not going to try and say that 3 times.
So osteoarthritis actually relates to joints.
All right.
There are a lot of arthritis. So there's osteoarthritis, there's rheumatoid arthritis, there's gout arthritis.
There we go.
But osteoarthritis is the most common kind of arthritis.
Okay.
And it's very preventable and it can be treated.
All right, okay. So the advocacy that you guys have been doing since last month, World Arthritis Month,
World Physiotherapy Day.
Physiotherapy Day. So how have people taken on to these messages that you're passing?
No, it's been a,
And what efforts exactly have you put in?
It's been a wonderful, wonderful program since we've been started since last month, and people are actually aware that, okay, now when I have pains on my joint, I need to exercise, I need to be active. The more you move, the better it is for you. So people feel that when I'm having pains on my joint,
Just wait for it to heal.
I just wait for it to heal. No, when you're active, let me just give you a simple scenario for osteoarthritis for the knee.
Okay.
Now, this is one of the joints, the femur. This is another joint here.
Yeah.
Now, this is the joint. In between the joints, there is a cartilage.
Okay.
So as the cartilage, the joints move, as just keep moving, the cartilage actually wears off.
Okay.
Then it gets to a stage, the bone starts touching itself.
Ouch.
That's why some people hear the sound, this crepitor sound, crack, when they move their joints. Crack, crack. So once you move, there is synovial fluid going to the joints.
Okay.
It's lubricated. There's a lubrication going there. So you'll be fine. Some people feel that there's pain on my knee. When you take 5 steps or 6 steps, you feel that the pain is gone.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah. So I advise people most of the time, when you're having osteoarthritis, the first thing to do is move your joint, exercise yourself.
moving. Don't
There's going to be
stay.
synovial fluid going around the joint.
Wow, Dr. Wale, that is very good. Thank you for the consultation, a free consultation.
You're going to pay me after the show.
But I hope that you're coming back and that we can talk more about these kinds of ailments, because I think it's something that many people really need to know about, because it's like an everyday ailment that people really think that's going to go away one time or the other. So thank you very much, man. Good to have you on the show. Looking forward to seeing you next time.